Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, thank you for joining me on tonight. It has been a couple days. Listen, so glad that you are joining us for Mental Health Matters with Marty after our 30 days of mental motivation. And so excited that you have joined us tonight. Listen, just wanted to pop in and see how everyone is doing. I got so many new exciting things coming out that we don't want you to miss it. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome as we are entering into May. May is a special month as it pertains to mental health, as May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And you see the green banner in there because lime green is the color for mental health awareness. And we want to just touch bases and everything. Hey, Tim, how's everything going? Man, I miss you. And again, happy birthday to you. Hope you had an amazing birthday. But just jumping in here and just talking about why the importance of mental health, especially in our communities of color and what that looks like for we as Black folk, because we are the ones who don't believe and definitely have undervalued what mental health has been and the importance of it. And y'all, I want to just throw out some statistics out here and just talk about this because we make up less than as an African American therapist, you know, I make up less than 1% of the population, 1% of the population of therapists out there as a Black male. And it's so important that we have representation on some of this. And a lot of white folks too. Terry, I hear you. It's really for everyone with that. But I know in a lot of our communities, and you know, what we're seeing some disparities in that too, because if we look at a socioeconomic background with that, we have to stop thinking that mental health is for the privileged or the white privilege. It is for everyone, because let me tell you this: mental health does not discriminate against class, color, culture, race, creed, sex. Nothing. Everyone is susceptible for having some sort of mental health issues, some sort of mental health challenges, or whatever that might be. And like I say all the time, we have to speak up, speak out, and live. We have been suffering in silence way too long, and not discussing our mental health matters, and not out of shame, out of fear. And we have to stop that, because listen, like the old saying goes, a closed mouth does not get fed. If I am sick, do I not go to the hospital with that? And even in this COVID and everything that's going on, there have been so many people who have been sick, and we've been calling our doctors and calling the healthcare line and everything, talking about, hey, I'm feeling these symptomatic symptoms and all that. So why is it because we are depressed or because we have other issues that we don't feel like we need to contact a mental health professional or someone like that can help us along the way? Listen, there is such a direct correlation between our mental health and our physical health that we have to talk about it. There's a direct correlation between those who are depressed, who also have body injuries, and who also have high blood pressure, those who are anxiety, those type of things. And we see all those things start to manifest and make itself out. Listen, when you're depressed, you can't stay in, you need to get out. And even during this COVID, y'all, we have to get out. And when I'm saying out, don't go out there shopping and doing crowds and all that. But listen, get some fresh air, get some sunshine, get some natural help in that. With that, Alana, I'm with you. I'm so glad that we are breaking and talking about. Hold on, let me get this. Alana says, I'm so glad we are breaking the stigma in Santa Ana where I provide therapy. Yes, Alana, so glad men are seeking help more than men are seeking more help along with those in lower income. Right. And you know what? I'm so glad you said that, Alana, because we have to, especially we as men, we have to also not be afraid to say and share mental health challenges that we do have. I was with my son online with More Radio, that I do a show on Monday nights called Mental Health Matters with Marty. And I was with my son and one of his friends and one of his homeboys. And we were talking about the perception of mental health with young Black men. Let me share these statistics with you so that you know. Do you know that suicide for teenage from 15 to 14 years old among Black men has doubled in the last 3 years? Let me say that again. Suicide for Black men between the ages of 15 and 24 has doubled in the past 3 years. And then I'm going to share this statistic with you as well. It has quadrupled. Hear me when I say this. It has quadrupled between the ages of 10 and 14. Come on, that is screaming that our young Black men and our young men of color need to have forums where we can talk, where they can let out their frustrations, where they can let out their anxieties, where they can let out their fears. And we have to quit telling our young men to shut up. We have to quit telling them to man up. What does man up look like when you're 12? What does man up look like when you're 10? You're still busy trying to figure out what it means to be a kid, but we're telling them, listen, men don't cry. That's a lie. Quit being a punk. Quit intimidating our young men and let them express. That's why young men have a problem. And I get them in men having a problem with expressing how they're feeling or what they're thinking even, and being able to have healthy relationships because they were not fostered as children. They were not fostered as young men to express themselves. And then too often, our young men are misdiagnosed because all of that goes into depression now. And so they're misdiagnosed as being combative, as being oppositional defiant, as being conduct disorder in all of that. And that becomes a problem. So we have to talk about these things, and we have to free our young men to have great conversations about their health, about their wellness, about what they're feeling, about what they're going through. And we cannot squash those things. So I want to bring up some additional facts and everything as we're doing. We in communities of colors, and when I'm putting a broad stain over this, we have to also, you're right, Carver, it is very important with that. We have to be willing to talk about the challenges in our communities. We have to take away the stigma. We have to take away the attitudes of what it means to get mental health in that. You are not crazy because you see a therapist. I'm going to say it this way, and it's not even therapeutically correct. You might be more crazy because you don't want to see a therapist. Listen, when you recognize that you have a problem and that you need some help, you go get help. We have to open up our mouths and say something. That's the speaking up. That's the speaking out. That's the living. Why? Because too many of us are suffering in silence. Too many of us have diabetes. Too many of us have high blood pressure. Too many of us have heart failures and heart palpitations. And too many of us are having shortness of breath and all of that. That's causing too many physical problems because we don't want to talk about some of the mental problems that is happening. There is a direct correlation. There's this thing called integrative approach to medicine, where mental health, physical health, and spiritual health are being married together, because just like we are three-part beings, we are mental, physical, and spiritual. Listen, in the same token, our bodies are that way, and how we treat all of that affects the likelihood and the what am I trying to say? Our life longevity and the propensity to live a balanced and healthy life. Too many of us are not living healthy lives because we fail to address the whole person, which is mind, body, and soul. So with that, I'm so glad what we're talking about. We have to have the conversations of mental health because it is so vitally important with that. Last month, in the month of April, I was so excited, y'all. You guys allowed me to pilot we did it virtually, from encouragement to encouragement to empowerment, 30 days of mental motivation. And with that, y'all, first draft has already gone to the printers. I'm so glad about it that we are in editing mode right now with it. Hey, Autumn. Ray Dean, good to see you with that. Because of that, you all have helped me, because we need to get from to encouragement, from being discouraged to encouraged to empowered. Why? Because it makes the difference in our lives. And throughout this month, I'm going to have different days. I'm going to come on with that so that we will be interviewing people who've gone through different things. I'm so glad that my cousin, my definitely good cousin Autumn is going to be joining us, talking about her journey with mental health. I also have some other therapists that's going to be joining us with that, because it is essential that we have these conversations about what mental health looks like. How do we remain and stay healthy with that? As I was talking about, we have to take away the stigmas that come along with seeing a mental health professional. And I want to put a shout out to all the men. I don't care what color you are, black, white, purple, green, yellow, whatever. We have to also not be afraid to get help. And I say it this way: if you need a coach, then let me be your life coach. Let your therapist be your life coach. Whatever terminology you need to put it in so it's palatable to you, then that's what you need to do. Listen, get some help. Get some help out there. If I get hit by a car, do I not go to the doctor? Do I not wrap up and get a brace for something that's broken? Many of us have broken minds, and yet we refuse to go get the necessary help to make sure that our minds are healed, that our souls are mended, so that our bodies can properly heal. It's one thing that we can heal the body, but if your mind is not equally healed, it does not do your body any good. Again, I say we have to be healed, mind, body, and soul. That's so important. So taking away the stigma about that. And listen, we have to talk about also the overall apprehension about mental health services. It is so important, y'all. We got to stop being apprehensive about getting mental health services. There are so many things that you can go to. Psychology Today, good therapists, therapy for Black men. Yes, there is a website that says therapy for Black men, and you can search all over the country to find Black male therapists who can help with helping identify Black problems that happen with Black men or Hispanic men or what have you, whatever that might be. We are becoming more specialized, and we need to learn to help each other in this situation. So yes, Portia, you're right. We do have to take away the stigma in what we do. And y'all, I said this way: yes, there's some distrust. Yes, the medical system has done people of color very wrong. Yes. But you know what? Start interviewing your therapist. Asking them for a free consultation. Do whatever you have to do. Listen, if you're hungry, you go and find food. Listen, our brains are mentally hungry, and we need to feed our brains the proper, and I say it this way, medication. And I'm not talking about psychotropic medication. I'm talking about the freedom, the wholeness of healing our minds, of healing our attitudes, of healing the trauma that we've gone through, especially with Black men and men of color. There's tons of microaggressions that we go through that then begin to affect us. And we have to begin to treat the hurt with that. Yes, definitely, Radine, I hear you. Mental health is so important that we have to start addressing it, and we can no longer ignore the problems or the symptomologies of that. But I wanted to kind of come on here and just encourage you and to let you know we got some big things planned through the month of May as I'm coming on here, and you'll see me definitely come on and share these things. But I wanted to, after being on every day in the month of April, I start getting some withdrawals and missed you guys, and just want to say hello. I have not forgotten about you, and we got some great things coming. But I'm so excited. Listen, mark your calendars for Wednesday, May 20th, because that's going to be the official launch of Mental Health Matters with Marty podcast. We're going to be on so many podcasting streams on Apple and Spotify and iHeart and all these other ones, y'all. And so I'm so excited about that, to share that with you. With that, registration has begun, and I'm going to be posting a link on tomorrow or Thursday at the latest to let you know how you can register to be a part of the podcast and everything that comes out. And the first 300 people to register to be a part of this podcast are going to be entered into several drawings, and those drawings are going to happen live at the podcast launch party on May 22nd, Friday, May 22nd. That's 3 weeks from tonight, y'all, at 7 p.m. We have some amazing things, surprises, and everything in store for you. It's going to be live. It's going to be popping. Listen, your winners are going to be announced during that launch party and everything. So listen, mark your calendars, like and share this. But how can I get in touch with us sooner? Type I matter to 31996. Again, type I matter to 31996. If you have not done that yet, please do that, because it's going to let you know when we're coming on, dropping about the podcast, other things that we're going to be doing. I'm so excited about all the things that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a monthly show that's going to be interviewing various writers and authors that's dealing with motivation and our minds and our help with that, so that you can be equipped with the necessary tools in your toolbox to pull out and so forth. So again, type I matter to 31996. So it's very important. Trey, so good to see you, man. With that, Pam, you always are like the bomb. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that April was awesome. You were such an amazing student and everything. Trey, man, much love to you. With that, you are just amazing, and I appreciate you, my brother. With that, as we continue on, guys, again, bring out and type I matter to 31996. And we are so, again, excited. We don't want you to suffer in silence, but we have to stop the stigma and the negative stigma that comes behind mental health. We want you to speak up, speak out, and live. I'll be back on this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. at this coming Thursday. And I'm going to have some special surprise guests on here for you. So again, we are so excited, so much looking forward to it. Guys, be safe, be encouraged. Listen, I know as we're moving back and slowly getting back into what a new normal of life might be, we want you to be safe in everything that you do, and make sure that you are doing the right things, and don't feel pressure to do things that are not going to bring you ease and comfort. Okay. Much love to you. We are so grateful that you have definitely. Oh, Portia, I appreciate you. I'm glad this was just something basic to the point that we wanted to see. Wow, good for you as well, Trey. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you, what you're doing, how you're supporting this, because we have to have the healthy conversations about how important mental health is with us. Again, I'll be on Thursday. Look for that coming out. And again, you guys be safe. Know that I love you and appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you on there. Again, don't suffer in silence, but speak up, speak out, and live. We'll see you then. Take care. Bye now.